And we're back with more Orange Peripheral for your listening pleasure.
Bow.
This time we're going to talk about the best and worst games of 2015 and eventually get to what we're excited about in 2016.
And then some Q&A afterwards. So,
of course.
All right, you want to start with honorable mentions then before we kick this off?
Sure, I've got a few honorable mentions.
I've got a laundry list of them.
Actually, I think I might have the same amount as you. Oh my god. But my first honorable mention, something that came out at the very beginning of the year, Resident Evil Remake Remastered. For a game that came out in the early 2000s, it is still damn good, and with that shiny new HD, and making it so that it isn't as, clunky as the original.
Bad?
No. It's only bad because you couldn't figure out how to play it.
Bad?
Nope. Really good game. Still a fantastic game, and this just shows that Capcom still... I don't know why they can't figure it out, that if we keep the old games, we keep them good, maybe tweak them a bit to make them better, people will buy them, which is why they're remastering Resident Evil 0 and completely remaking Resident Evil 2. This is probably what led into it.
Well, I also have a Resident Evil game on my best honorable mentions list. It's Resident Evil Revelations 2!
Whoa!
I've only played the first episode because it was free on PSN, but I'm having a lot of fun. They've added a dodge mechanic now, so there's a bit more depth to the combat now. I like the way it plays. I like the way it shoots. I even like the raid mode free-to-play microtransactions bullshit because that's still fun to play. It's a Resident Evil game that's still scary, still tense, and fun to play. That's how you fucking do it, Capcom. Now do it for 7.
Or you know what? Just skip 7. Maybe 7 can be the retcon. Like none of that old stuff ever happened.
Or the next generation or something like that.
Yeah, whole new cast of characters that people won't like, and they'll say, "Bring back Jill,
daring.
Chris, Claire, Wesker, everybody. Bring back everybody."
Nah, just Barry, because Barry's in Resi Review 2, and he is amazing. I think it's still the same voice actor too.
Oh, that would be a huge surprise.
Yeah, they referenced the sandwich a couple times.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Oh yeah. All right, what next?
Another honorable mention I have is Danganronpa Another Episode, Ultra Despair Girls. It didn't make it into my quote-unquote top 5 list because they changed the formula, and I think they changed it a bit too drastically, turning a visual novel into a third-person 3D shooter. Probably not the best idea because it did drag on a bit, having to run from place to place. Now, what didn't slow down at all was the story, a story that actually made me feel bad for playing it. That's some damn good writing you have there, but keep it visual novel because that's probably the only way people are going to pay attention to it from now on. So I'm very thankful that one of the games in 2016 did just that.
Next one for me is Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. I know it was a game made in 2014, but with all the stuff that they added and the stuff that they tweaked and released in 2015, I mean, you look on the title screen, it says copyright 2015, so it counts as a 2015 game. But I bumped it off because I didn't think it counted too much, but still, it's a great game. It's very long, very challenging, very Dark Souls, very fun. I hope the third one's better, though.
I think you're in good hands because they have had multiple Souls games to tweak it, and Bloodborne was the heavy hitter that maybe they'll bring some of that into Dark Souls 3.
They already have. All right, next.
My next honorable mention is Super Mario Maker. Being able to create your own Mario levels without having to learn how to ROM hack, perfect. It is simple, intuitive, and just the fact that you can go very easily into the online portion of it, select anybody's level in the world and try them out, be able to rate them, give advice on Miiverse. This is the greatest, conglomerate of levels where you can actually communicate with the creators and, give each other advice. Like say, oh, okay, how did I do on this level? Oh, you think I should adjust that a bit? And this has also brought out so much creativity around the world and literally endless content to go through. All for $60 on your Wii U. Definitely worth the purchase.
Next one for me is Fallout 4. And it doesn't get on the list because there's better games than that, but it does get the Most Improved award. That's for damn sure, because I hated Fallout 3 so goddamn much. I mean, so much. I want to hate fuck it, it's so bad. I hate it. But Fallout 4 fixed all of the issues that I had with it. I mean, it's actually fun to explore. I love walking into open space, hearing gunshots in the distance, going, oh, what's that? When you have me going, oh, what's that? Then you're having fun. That's when I'm having fun. I'm immersed. It's more immersive than the last one was, that's for damn sure. But good job, Bethesda. Great going. Probably not going to buy any DLC, though.
Oh, hey, they still caught you with the original game, and that's a vast improvement over 3.
Oh, they've changed since Skyrim.
Changed for the better, I'd say.
It's the Skyrim of the Fallout series, but it's not as good as Skyrim, don't get me wrong. Still great, though. Still an awesome game. Still worth it.
Well, good. I was actually really wondering about that, and I'm glad I got to hear it from somebody who did not like 3, but came back to enjoy 4. That gives me great hope for the future.
I was also told to get New Vegas because New Vegas is better than 3 even. So, there's that.
And New Vegas is like budget title now. You could probably get it for like $10.
Probably less than that. Probably like 5.
Probably that. So there you go. Another Fallout game to play.
All right. Cool. You got any more?
I do. Have, yeah, I've got 2 more.
I've got 4 more.
Why don't you go ahead with 2 more for you? I'll do 1, you'll do the rest of yours, and then I'll finish it up.
All right. Next 2 here are games this next one here I haven't played at all, but I know that if I played it, I would love it because it looks so great. Splatoon.
I love that game.
I know if I were to play that game, I would enjoy the crap out of it. I didn't gravitate too much to it at first, but then once I saw the art style and saw how splashy and cool everything is, I was reminded a lot of Jet Grind Radio, really. It looks fun. It looks great. Can't wait to one day pick it up. And the other one was Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. I picked this up thinking, what is the big deal? Why does everybody like this game so much? And people say that this is the best in the series. It's best for Monster Hunter fans, old and new alike. So I figured I'd pick it up and see what the fucking big deal was. And when I was searching around trying to hunt for the last monster to fill my quest, I realized it's all about exploration. It's very Dark Soulsian. So I'm having a good time with it. I'm realizing how massive it is, and can't wait to play more.
Excellent. I'd like to throw in the honorable mentions because I honestly did not put Splatoon on my list, but I did want to give it a shout out. I also wanted to give a shout out to Majora's Mask 3D because it's one of the greatest Zelda games ever made, again, for your handheld. So good job, Nintendo. You had a really good year, despite what people say. That's my next runner-up is Persona 4 Dancing All Night. The franchise is all but milked for all the money it can get, but the hilarious thing is, while playing through the story of Dancing All Night, it actually has more of a place in the Persona 4 story than the fighting games do. Don't ask me how that's possible, but I'm having more fun with this than I did the fighting games. Probably because more happens in between the dialogue segments, because the fighting games took forever to get through. My god, but yeah, if you like rhythm games, get Dancing All Night. You won't be disappointed.
All right. The next one for me is Majora's Mask 3D. I mean, it's one of the best Zeldas made even better. There you go. And honorable mention for me, this appeals to nobody but myself. Dragon Ball Xenoverse. It's not a great game. It's not a good game. It's an all right game, but it scratches so many itches, and I've been playing that the most out of what I've got in the past few weeks. It's a disease. It's pretty much just Dragon Ball Online reskinned for consoles, but it's still fun to play. I'm having so much fun. I'm sorry. I should apologize. I'm having fun. Fuck you.
Yeah, don't Don't you dare apologize. You see the stuff I play. I like Kingdom Hearts, for God's sake.
Is that what's next on your honorable mentions list?
My last honorable mention is something I would never thought I would put on a list ever in a million years. That goes to the dating sim puzzle game, Honey Pop.
That was last year.
No, it was this year, wasn't it?
No, it was last year.
It was last year?
I think so. Pretty sure it was last year.
I don't think it was.
I think it was.
Pause it. Hold on. I need to search this. You probably already have it up.
Pop. Fuck.
I win!
January 19th, 2015.
I knew it came out this year. All right,
Damn.
so post me. Don't edit that out. I was about to say edit the fuck out. I knew it came out this year. Yeah, Honey Pop is an addictive puzzle game, and I have never played an actual dating sim before. Wow, these characters are really good. Like, well written and everything. I never realized it until they actually, unfortunately, the night I bought Honey Pop, I thought it was a good idea to stay up playing it, but I couldn't stop. And then I looked at my clock, and it was 6 a.m., and I still had to go to work that morning, so good job, Honey Pop. You are the first game of your species, and you did a damn good job out the gate.
It's way better than it has any right to be, and now they've ruined it with a sequel.
That we know of, but the art style is gone on me. Sorry.
Yep, so I'm out. Alright, let's move on to the dishonorable mentions, of which I have just as long a list.
I actually don't have many, because my list is mainly comprised of, I try my best not to play bad games, and you would think with all the ones I have, I would actually play a bad one. So instead, I just wrote down a bad games of 2015, and the only game on there is Hatred. Just because it was a grasp for attention that turned out to be a really shitty game that didn't have a right to exist.
I forgot that one, but yeah, that should be on there too.
So this is pretty much all your game.
I have 7 dishonorable mentions to speak of, and I've only played 2 of them, but I'm pretty sure if I played any of these games, I would never have any ounce of fun, and I can't see how anybody else would.
You know what? Let me do that. No, you can go ahead.
Oh. Well, first 2 are kind of the same. Star Wars Battlefront and Rainbow Six Siege. Online multiplayer games that cost $60 and don't offer any other kind of, meaty content for that amount of money, so really not worth it. But not the worst online multiplayer game this year, that's for sure. That goes to a far worse title. Rainbow Six Siege is the same thing, too.
Hold on, I found one.
It's fucking nasty pre-order bonuses and all that. What do you got?
I completely forgot about this. I shelved this game, never looked back, and to this day, they still haven't fixed it. I'm talking about Dead or Alive 5 Last Round for the Xbox One, a game that was broken on day one, and when they released a patch for it, they said, well, it should work. It still doesn't fucking work. God damn it, I want to play a fighting game, and when it crashes every time I try to play a match, that's not good. I want to play it.
Well, I'll throw in Arkham Knight PC for that as well, then, because that has pretty much the same thing, but it's even worse business practice, because they uploaded it, it was broken, people complained, they said, okay, we'll pull it and try and fix it with this slack job, work that we had on it, and then we'll put it back up, and then it's still not fixed, but, oh well, we're busy working on DLC. You can buy the season pass if you want, so bye! So, fuck you for that. I've got 4 more. How many you got?
I'm still looking through a list. I'm sure I'll find something, because I actually forget the bad games I play, so please continue.
Okay, next one. Wander.
Really?
The term walking simulator simulator can be said about certain games, but Wander is just... You really have nothing except just wandering around. That's really it. People could say that, everybody's Gone to the Rapture isn't a game. Everyone can say that Gone Home isn't a game, or Undertale isn't a game. You can argue that, sure, but, I could definitely argue that Wander is definitely not a game, because it's just walking. There's nothing there. There's no interactivity at all. There's no merit like these other walking simulators, quote unquote, for lack of a better term, have,
Yeah, I can see that.
I'll start talking sense. Alright, next one's Lord of Magna Made in Heaven. I started out thinking, okay, this might not be too bad, and then as I kept playing it, I realized what a terrible, terrible mistake I made. When will I ever fucking learn? When will I ever learn, man? this is a game that had a unique concept. It's like a strategy RPG, but you can, like, launch your opponents and you can, like, bowl them into one another. What I didn't know that meant is that every single turn, the enemies that you do defeat get respawned by the leader that they have. And so, by the end of the turn, I got, like, 30 guys surrounding me, and then I kill some only to have 10 more come back, and I'm getting really stressed out, and I'm not having a good time, and the writing is fucking atrocious. The voice acting is just as atrocious. It's bad, 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 and I come to find out that it was practically unfinished, and they just had to do a rush job because the company that made this game are the same people who made the Rune Factory games, and they're not around anymore!
I didn't know that. And while you were going through that, I did find another game, which is kind of hilarious that I would bring this up, but I have a strange feeling that this is going to be another Lost Odyssey scenario, where a game that you started liking but then didn't like, and then I end up playing it and I really like it because I loved Lost Odyssey.
Well, that was considered good. Just gameplay-wise, it didn't appeal to me. This is literally Stress, the video game, but you have it in your library, so check it out tonight. No, wait, don't do that. You're playing Psychonauts. Fuck that.
Playing Psychonauts, playing another...
Play a fucking good game.
Sure. You know what mistake I will never make again? Getting another Oni-Chambara game. Yeah, that came out this year. Guess what? It's plagued with the same problems.
You did it. You got it.
No, fuck no. I learned my lesson.
Oh,
Plus,
God.
it was a PS4 exclusive. And at that point, I didn't have one.
Well, you have one now, so hey.
No way. The first Oni-Chambara was a broken mess. And this one doesn't... It looks like it does a little better, but I'm not going to be the one that finds out.
Next for me is Metal Gear Online 3. Yeah, I know it's a part of Phantom Pain, but it's been marketed and it practically acts as its own game. What a fucking waste of time that was. That literally brought me to the point where I didn't want to play video games anymore. Like, I was, like, sitting, just looking at the empty screen on like, the empty map screen on Metal Gear Online 3. I'm just thinking, is there any fucking point anymore? Because they're just going to keep charging us for stuff. I mean, in this game, it's just like Call of Duty, except it's Metal Gear Solid, and when you unlock stuff, you don't unlock stuff. You unlock the ability to buy them. And sometimes that money uses real fucking money. So, because I made to level 20, I now have the ability to pay $5 fucking for this fancy hat. And that just made me sad. But then Broken Age came back and made me feel better. So, yeah, shout out to Broken Age, by the way, for bringing me back from the brink of death.
There we go, from Gamer Death. I've got two of them that came out a week from each other. And this is just scrolling through a list, so I have no idea if these are good or not. But I think I can tell that they're not going to be that good.
I've got one more.
Okay, so I'm just probably going to scroll through the rest of this list because I can't think of anything. PewDiePie, Legend of the Brofist, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. Yep. Nope. Not even going to worry about those.
Last one, and I think it would be a great jumping off point to get to the best and the worst. We'll start with the worst. Afro Samurai 2.
Oh,
Volume
a game
1.
so bad it got pulled and gave refunds.
A game so bad that the developers said, "We're sorry. We're so sorry. We're so sorry. We wasted your time and money. Here, take it back.
Wow.
We'll go away now. Just they fade away."
Yeah, I forgot about that.
At least they had the good sense to know and realize their game was fucking bad, and it will never be like the 10 games that we have here, probably 10, and maybe the developers of these 10 worst games, or however many we have, should have followed suit and not gave refunds. You know what I'm talking about? You first.
Me first.
Number 5, worst. Go.
Well, like I said, I tried not to play too many bad games, but just looking at it, you can kind of tell. And this one was dead on arrival, especially when Nintendo said, yeah, we're bringing it. And then the days leading up to launch, they said, what Devil's Third? Oh my God! Devil's Third!
It is a great game, comrade.
Oh, I've read quite a few reviews on this just to see what was up, and they said, it's good for a PS2 game. Oh! That hurts! Wow. How can you wow, that's probably why Nintendo kind of swayed off and was just like, you know what, maybe this was a bad idea. Well, now it's a rare game, go figure. So one of the worst games of 2015 turns out to be a rare game because no one wanted it and no one is selling it for that exact reason.
And now Itagaki has become an auteur developer.
Which is sad. I liked him.
Not anymore. My fifth worst is Evolve. Again, I haven't played any of the games on my worst list, but I've played the shit out of the games on my best list. So Evolve is on my worst list because, I mean, we already have Left 4 Dead. We can get that for $5. Why would I want to pay $60 for a Left 4 Dead clone that isn't really all that good? It's very imbalanced. It's kind of shit. And you make me pay how much for fucking DLC? I mean, you had a season pass. Then you had $100 worth of DLC at launch, and now you have a second season pass? So you're gonna give out more DLC? I don't think that's the problem here, guys. Seriously. So, bullshit, stupid game.
Okay, I actually did play this one. I played the demo, and that was actually good enough. I got a good feel for it, and I knew this was kind of,
Wait. We're going to the best.
Oh, we're going to the best?
Yeah, we're going worst to best, like last year.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then I got one for you.
Go for it! What's your fifth best?
So, one of the games that I have played the shit out of for this year was The Binding of Isaac Rebirth for Xbox One.
Yes, good game.
I got my Xbox One, and I was thinking, I've got plenty of games to play now. And then Binding of Isaac came out, and I have sunk about 2 weeks' worth of gameplay into it. I have never played a game this much, but I can sit down and say, you know what? One playthrough. That's all I'll do. 3 hours later and 5 playthroughs later, yeah, Binding of Isaac Rebirth is goddamn addicting. I love that game to death.
Am I supposed to be this terrible at it?
No, that you learn. Because I was just as bad as you starting out. So, no worries. You get better.
Because I played the shit out of the original, and yeah, I'm just not very good at this game, apparently.
Rebirth fixed a lot of stuff, and now you have Afterbirth, which means you will get better. Trust me.
Well, alright, I can't wait. My fifth best game I played the shit out of, and I didn't think I would, and I didn't think anybody thought they would, Rocket League. It's being snubbed out of a lot of top lists, and I figure I'll be nice and bring them onto mine, because they really surprised me. I didn't think that rocket cars hitting the ball and playing soccer with it would be so damn addicting, and sure enough, it is. It's like potato chips. The matches last so short, you can find a match in like 10 seconds, no problem. Nobody has any sort of buffs that makes one better than the other. It's all about skill. It's great fun, and anybody can pick it up and play, but it takes years to master, and when you do master it, it's like fucking... It's really white-knuckle action gameplay. It's fun. Pick it up.
Well, that's good enough for me, because I had only heard of Rocket League, and people all of a sudden are saying, dude, you should totally play Rocket League. All right, that's good enough for me.
It has my endorsement. So,
right.
yeah, I gave it 2 thumbs up. I gave it, let's see, if I have to give it an arbitrary score, I'd say an 8.5 out of 10. There you go.
Perfect.
All right, number 4, worst.
Number 4, worst. Getting back to what I was saying originally, I actually did play this one. I don't think it counts because I only played the demo of it, and I'm kind of sad to say this was also on the Wii U. But you know how certain games, as soon as you start playing it, you can just tell right off the bat that you're either going to have a good time or a bad time, or you know what's coming.
Yeah.
Fatal Frame: Maiden of Blackwater. I tried your demo, and you are slow. In a game all about getting up into ghosts' faces, and you are slow, sluggish, and not that well done. And also, who did you hire as actors? There are no actors. Actually, hire good people. So, yeah, just a kind of a trip and fell over its own shoelaces in a series that I am very interested in. And if you want to get technical, this is my first Fatal Frame game. The only place I can go is back now, because I can't rely on future Fatal Frames to be as good as the originals.
That's what other people are saying. Like, even as a Fatal Frame, it's not great. But my number 4 is another survival horror game, or if you really want to call it that, if you even want to call it a game, it's Alone in the Dark Illumination.
Yeah.
The hell is this game? What the fuck? It was literally shat out. quite literally shat out. No fucking effort put into it. Abysmal production. Non-existent gameplay. What is this? This is not a...
You're neither alone or in the dark.
And it's imbalanced for single player, so you have to do the multiplayer, but nobody's fucking playing it, so there's no fucking point in playing the fucking game. So, shit. That's all I can say about it. It's bad. Don't buy it.
Yeah,
don't ever buy it.
Atari's dead.
Atari is just a hollowed shell of its former self, and some greedy patent parasite has taken shelter in it, and it keeps shitting all over its licenses with these terrible, inconsequential games. All right, back to the good. Back to the good. And by the way, I should mention that my top games of the year are in no particular order, so none is better than its peers. I just wanted to keep it kind of like even. Like, these are games I played in 2015 that I'm either still playing or really enjoyed enough to know that it was going to make my year. So the next one on my list is Steins Gate for PlayStation 3. See, I didn't count that because that was technically made in 2009, but if I did count that, that would have totally been on my list.
Yeah, the only reason I'm counting Steins Gate on this is because I actually finally sat down and played it, and for some reason, I just can't get to it on PC. And this is probably a really bad explanation, but I ended up playing it more on a console than I did on my PC, which makes absolutely no sense because it was on the PC first. But just the fact that I actually went and played Steins Gate and got to experience all the goodness that it had, I don't care anymore.
Did you
I played Steins Gate, and I love the hell out of it.
Good. It's great. It's amazing. It's one of the best.
It's so good. So many moments I just want to name that people who have played the game would know, and people would be totally lost, especially when I posted one really good moment on Twitter and nobody knew what the fuck I was talking about, except you. You knew. Which
moment was that?
The one where I just constantly reposted I failed, and you were the only one that got it.
Yeah, that one.
And now you have a good game.
But you did beat it, right?
I managed to get the best ending. Does that count?
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Well, the best ending for me was getting Mayuri's ending.
Okay,
it's like, oh no, it's like, oh no, our love is eternal, but we didn't save the main heroine. Huh. Oh well. I got my happy ending. Screw you, time! Well, my number 4 best, actually Steins Gate would have been a better choice, but I think I need to mention this, and, oh man, it feels disgusting to say it, but my number 4 best of 2015 is Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
Why is that a bad thing?
Because there were tons of issues on and off screen. Like, I don't like how everything is like this, I don't like how everything is like that, what the fuck is Konami doing, why the fuck are they fucking this up, they fucked this fucking that up, they deal with server issues at the beginning, oh my god, there's so many problems, so many little niggling doubts here and there, just eating away at me. But then, once I get in the helicopter and start playing the game, all the issues go away.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You can't beat gameplay like this. This is amazing stealth gameplay. This is probably the best stealth game ever fucking made. So whatever merits the game has, whatever Kojima has done, certainly outweigh the evil and hate and bile and betrayal and disgust and lying, deceitful jerkwad fuckers that Konami can do.
Yeah, I was about to say, as soon as it came out, I couldn't get you away from that game.
Yeah, I've done several streams. I mean, you saw my my first stream, didn't you?
Oh yeah,
I was having
there.
the time of my life. That was fun. I can't fake that.
No, you were in awe and amazement at this game.
It was great. Konami keeps shitting all over it, so that's why it's only number 4. And also these top 3 are kind of tied for first.
Okay.
I mean, like, number 3 is like a 9.75. Number 2 is like 10 is like at 11, and number 1 is like a 12.
Jeez. Okay, are we back on bad ones?
We're back on bad ones.
Okay, I'll be right back. I've got a story about this one. One sec.
Okay.
Oop. Hold the phone. Hold on.
Okay. I was only going to sing a ditty.
Let me find
Just
it.
a little ditty. This is the Waiting for TheNSCL song. I've gotta wait for his stupid ass. What the fuck is he doing? He's taking too long. What is he doing? I'm sitting here singing like a jackass.
Okay, here we go.
I hope he edits this out. Huh? Okay.
Yep, I'm not going to edit that out because that was completely necessary. The only reason that was necessary that I had to go back and actually get it is because I got burned on this game.
Oh.
What game is it? Well, it is called Amnesia Memories. And I didn't get burned because of the game. Let me tell you what the game is. It's an Otomi game. Okay, so you as the main girl, you have to go find the man of your dreams. That's fine. That's not the problem here. The problem is when I bought it. Now, I'm a sucker for collector's editions. You should see my back wall. It's just filled with collector's editions. And Amnesia had one. So I was like, okay, cool. Otomi game, I can get past that. You know, I'm open to any and all games. So I bought the collector's edition. And let me read you what it comes with. It actually says on the back of the box what it comes with. It comes with a dreamy summer body pillowcase, a coasters, a set of 5. It has all the guys on it. An art book and a soundtrack. Do you notice something missing?
The game?
The collector's edition didn't come with the goddamn game. They sold the collector's edition without the game.
Why?
Because the
Would
game,
they do
I found
that?
out after the fact, was digital only.
Do you want to know the worst thing right now? It's $3 on Steam right now.
Oh, well, fuck it. I'm getting it then. So screw it.
Well,
Put it on the best list. It's no longer shit.
You need some dreamy guys to help you on that deal.
Finally. No, essentially it wasn't the game itself. It was actually getting burned on my stupidity. So you have a bad game now. Go for it.
I'm gonna go with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. I have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 for Dreamcast. I think that's all we've ever needed since then. Maybe Thug and Thug 2, maybe a couple of the other Tony Hawk games, but this is a joke, okay? This is just a joke in the form of a game. It is a disgraceful entry into the series with all these fucking glitches. They put zero effort into it. And this is $60 fucking dollars. I didn't think it was $60. I thought it was like, some PSN download for like, I don't know, $19 or $30. But $60 fucking dollars for this slapdash job of a fucking game? What is this?
A license protector.
Is this some kind of joke? Yeah, license protector. Yeah, you're really gonna make a lot of money now. We're gonna lose money, put all this money in this shit game, so we can keep the license, so we can make another shit game with a shit developer that we shit out. Fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty bad when... That's the only reason we have so many shitty games based on old licenses, because they just want to keep it. Like, they don't want to sell it to other people because they want to keep that money. So they just make new games to renew the license. That's another huge problem with the game industry.
I mean, you tried 3 times to bring it back, and, nobody cares about it anymore. Give it to a developer that cares. Give it to the skate guys, at least. They know how to make a skating game. Or better yet, just make Skate 4! Do that! Do that, man. Just do that.
There we go.
Alright, back over to the best.
Back over to the best. Like I said, no particular order. Yoshi's Woolly World.
Huh.
After getting burned on Yoshi's New Island, coming back to a Yoshi's Island game that actually feels like the old Yoshi's Island, perfect. You're fast enough. You actually have momentum. You can stop. Yoshi's New Island was clunky to control, and it was baby's first game ever. Yoshi's Woolly World has ramping difficulty depending on where you are in the game. So, in the old Yoshi's Island how you can get bonus stages if you 100%ed every level?
Mm-hmm.
Woolly World has that, and they are the most difficult levels in the game, like they should be for skilled players.
I'm glad they brought that back. I'm glad they finally put a follow-up to Yoshi's Island 2.
And this game is giving me diabetes because it's so sweet. This art style melts my heart every time I look at it. It is a very fun Yoshi game, and it's about time too.
Well, that's very good. I mean, see, this is the divide in kinds of games we play now. You see, your number 3 is this sweet candy-coated little sugar tail from Yoshi's Woolly World.
I know what yours is.
And mine is Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this game is amazing. It is massive in scale. It is literally so massive. I have to stare back in awe at how huge this game is and how much detail, how much effort, how much polish is put into this game. It is fantastic. I love the stories. I love the fact that every side quest can be so radically different. I mean, with Skyrim, every side quest goes like this. You go to a place. Hey, there's an item at some cave over there. Go kill everything in there. Go and kill everything in there. Come back. That's about how 90% of the quests usually went. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. When I walked into the biggest city in the game, which is like about, the end of the first act out of 3 acts, while I was in that city, I did some side quests, and while there, I exterminated some rats. I took place in a conspiracy to kill the king. I sailed across the open oceans and got raided by pirates. I found true love. I partook in a play. I helped write a play. I met a transvestite elf. I followed a bard on his sexual misadventures. And again, that was just one city. Just one city. This game is huge. This game is great. Wow. It's like Dragon Age plus Skyrim plus Ultima and a bit of Monster Hunter put in there as well. It is great. I give it a 97. I give it a 9.7 out of 10. But really, I can't use that much of a scale. I have to use a scale of 975,000 out of 1,000,000.
Jeez, that makes me really happy because I own Witcher 1 on PC where it should be, and Witcher 2 I hear wasn't as good, but Witcher 3 apparently is good on any platform that you get it on, so I'm all for it.
Yes, definitely. Get Witcher 3, because you're going to get a bunch of shit when you open it up. So many goodies. So much goodies. I mean, I can't even hold all of how much great this game is. And then there's the TLC I had free at launch that I could download. It was all that shit. And they got 2 expansions coming. It's like, Jesus Christ, guys. I mean, come on. I got Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I need to dedicate my time a little bit better here next year.
Yeah, that's the CD Projekt Red is one of the good guys when it comes to just treating their players with respect and love and hugs and kisses and all that. They know how to show players a good time.
They have earned my respect entirely.
So good on you, Project Red. One of the good guys forever and beyond.
I hate to go back to the bad, but let's go back to the bad.
I have one, but I think this is just only me. I think I'm the only one that thinks this about this because the series itself I don't particularly like. It's just not for me. So just consider it like a slap on the wrist at Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. Just because...
Can I replace that with something better, maybe?
How do you say?
Amiibo Festival.
Well, let's just put everything Animal Crossing because I don't like the series that much. So a slap on the wrist, not exactly worst game because I know people do love Animal Crossing. And to be fair, Happy Home Designer at one point looked like fun. And then I realized all you're doing is pushing around furniture and designing homes. That does not sound fun in the slightest. So slap on the wrist because I don't like Animal Crossing.
And a punch in the face for Amiibo Festival. What kind of scam are you running here? I should have put that on the list instead.
See, we're finding so many games here.
So, yeah, a lot of good, a lot of bad. It's crazy. Well, mine, this is a bad game. Probably the worst of the year. But I mean that in, with a smile on my face. No, not like, this is the worst game of the year. This is the worst game of the year. I'm, of course, talking about Vendetta, The Curse of... or also known as Raven's Cry.
Oh yeah, that one.
Incompetence the game. It is as bad as Ride to Hell. It has all the glitches, all the terrible programming and coding. It's offensive, it's shit, it's awful, it's terrible, and oh god, it is so going to be on the channel next year. After we do both of those Sonics, we're fucking doing Raven's Cry.
Sounds good to me, but you're going to be the one that's playing it, because apparently, just from hearsay, Ride to Hell is more stable than Raven's Cry.
See, I still value your friendship, so that's why I'm going to be playing it.
Oh, thank you. And just a little tangent. You might want to get it before it gets taken off Steam, or do you already have it?
Oh, I'm gonna get it for PS3. I'm gonna import it.
Oh, okay. That's fine then. Oh, wow, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
It's because it's for consoles, but only in the PAL regions.
Oh, and PS3 plays anything, so there you go.
Mm-hmm. So
I would laugh if the PS3 version was somehow worse.
I'm hoping for that. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a great follow-up to Ride to Hell. So I can't wait. This is gonna be great.
All right.
Let's go. So while we're in a good mood, let's go back to best because I can't wait to talk about this game.
Alrighty. My next one, again, no particular order, but this actually showed up very late, and everybody else got to play it before I did. And as soon as I finally got the hardware to actually play this game, I found out why people were raving about it and are still raving about it. I'm talking about Bloodborne, the first official Souls game I have ever played, and I can't stop.
It's damn good, isn't it?
It is very damn good. It is one of the main reasons to own a PlayStation 4 until it, well, there's actually a lot of stuff to play on PlayStation 4, as I know right now, but Bloodborne being my first game on my brand new PS4, couldn't have asked for anything better. And I love the fact that it can kick my ass all day and I will still love it the next day.
I'm glad you're having fun with it.
That's so much fun.
That's all I could ask for. Number 2 for me is Undertale.
Woo!
Undertale. Oh my god, Undertale. I knew it was going to be special when I first booted it up, but then it just got more and more special. I can't even talk about why it's so good. The characters, the story, the amazing soundtrack. I mean, if you take nothing else away from this game, take away the soundtrack. This is the hands down the best soundtrack of 2015, probably of the fucking decade, I'd say.
It's actually kind of sad because, actually, can we do the can we do our next good ones, because my last good one that I have is actually Undertale.
Well, my number 1 was Bloodborne, so
God damn it. So, why don't we go back and forth? That is the one thing that I think has stuck with me the most in Undertale, because I'm far in enough that I know that I'm going to love every second of it. And this is really sad because I really want to play it, but then I never get to it. Again, sad me, but knowing that there is always going to be something different whenever I play it, because I've mentioned this before, every time I start it up, I always comment on Twitter, it's like, damn it, Undertale got me again.
Oh, they always get you.
Yeah, it just keeps happening, and I like it whenever it happens. And another thing, I love getting into regular battles, because that battle music, is such a good song. And I was humming Megalovania earlier today, so if that tells you anything.
Yeah, well, let's just get through our worst, and then we can talk more about Bloodborne and Undertale, because those are our tops. And really, it was kind of a tie between those two anyway, really. That's why I made a crossover about it.
The last one that I could find, and I'm surprised a lot more people didn't put this on their worst list, you can tell something is bad when you put a $60 price tag on it, and it ends with the game. I'm talking about Godzilla. The game. That is a $60 piece of schlock. And it is a very bad fighting game, very clunky, very poorly made. And I have to reiterate this, $60.
I almost put that on my dishonorable mentions, but then I thought, well, wait a minute. There's probably hardcore Godzilla fans out there that will probably look over all of those problems, just like how I am doing right now with Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse.
I can see that.
Yeah. Well, my worst one is a little unusual. I'm surprised a lot of people didn't put this on here, but it is a game. This is a game company we're talking about here, and this was what started it all. One of the darkest moments in gaming history once this trailer hit. I am, of course, talking about Silent Hill Pachinko. I am counting it. No, shut up, I'm counting it.
No, that's fine. I just wasn't expecting it.
I mean, this is why we lost PT, you know? This is why Konami is so hated. This is their betrayal about everything that they've stood for by giving us this schlock, giving us this hit the lever nonsense. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you, Konami? To just blatantly just spit in the face of every gamer who ever gave you money for a Silent Hill game. Now you want us to give you more money in Japan so we can play your shitty little pachinko machine so you can wring more money out of us. Fuck you, Konami. You're everything that's wrong with the industry. Everything that's wrong. Fuck you forever. I'm glad Kojima's gone. And now, with the new year, I can see you waste away and turn to dust and wither away into nothing. Hope your new Metal Gear game goes great. I'm sure it's gonna bomb.
It's called The Big Boss. It's a pachinko machine.
I'm fucking sure it is.
No, I wish I was kidding.
I'm fucking sure it is.
I don't know how much I want to go into the our top picks, because one, we can't talk about Undertale, and another thing is I'm not as far as you in Bloodborne. Just the fact that you've actually beaten it, and I've only beaten the first boss, which took forever.
Ooh, you're gonna have a time.
Oh, I know. I'm waiting for it. That first boss was my true test. It's like, am I ready to play Bloodborne after 3 deaths and finally killing the boss? And I was like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to take this on.
Father Gascoigne will put your confidence to ease. That's for sure.
Right, and after that I was able to level up, so now I'm even more ready. And I can't remember what killed me last. I think... No, actually, I didn't die before I turned the game off. And it wasn't out of rage quitting either. It was actually getting late, and I was like, okay, how about next death or next save point? And I reached the save point first. So I'm feeling good. Might play more Bloodborne and Undertale and everything else that I've missed out on.
There's another reason why this is the top of my list, because this is what AAA devs should do. This is the example they need to follow. You release the game, you fix what's wrong, you listen to the customers, and you patch it up, you make it as good as you can, and then you make the DLC. Because by the time you make the DLC, people are already impressed by the game you already have, and they'll say, oh, more of the good game that we have? Well, fucking bring it on. And everybody ate up that fucking DLC. Everybody loves that new Old Hunters DLC. New Old Hunters DLC.
No, you clever scamp.
More AAA devs need to do this. See, and you got Warner Brothers over here making their DLC before they even fix their goddamn game. You make the game you want to put out first, and then make some new shit to it, alright? Seriously. This is how you do it. And also, the game is fucking amazing because... Alright, so 3 games have made me have this feeling. Steins Gate, Undertale, and Bloodborne this year have made me have this feeling where I'm just sitting there, head up to the clouds, eyes glazed over, just going into the infinite recesses of my mind, just going over the story of Bloodborne and Undertale and Steins Gate, how much it just fucking moves me. Just so good. And you don't know a lot about the lore of Bloodborne because it's really deep, but man, how deep it goes, it is fantastic. It is one of the best stories in gaming that's not even told.
I'm okay with that. And I know the further I get, because I made a challenge to myself at the beginning of this year saying, I'm going to beat a lot of games. It didn't happen. But now I have an excuse to use that again and beat games that I wasn't able to finish in 2015. That way I have a lot more to talk about in 2016 when everybody's gone and forgot about it. But with the games I'm trying to beat, aka Undertale and Bloodborne, I doubt we'll be hearing the end of it, even in 2016.
Well, Undertale isn't that long. I mean, a typical playthrough run goes like about, I'd say, 6-7 hours, and I have devoted about 57 hours into it.
Good lord. Just to see everything?
And it's worth playing again.
Well, there's 3 endings.
It's worth playing. It's worth playing multiple times. Well, actually, there's 3 endings. There's the true, amazing, everything's good ending that everybody loves. And me too, it's great. There's the evil, bad, nonsense ending where you don't do the genocide ending. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
We'll do it.
And then there's the neutral ending, but the neutral ending exists in like 11 different ways.
As in how to get it, or what do you mean?
Depends on who you kill.
Oh, well, then I've got the neutral ending. Oops.
Well, you have to do the neutral ending first anyway.
I know. It's just, as soon as you said that, I was like, oh, shit.
All right, well, I think that about does it for our best list. I'm glad that Bloodborne and Undertale made the top.
Mm-hmm. They were good games.
You've got the best AAA game and the best indie game you can buy this year. There you go. Check out my crossover on DeviantArt.
I'll put a link in the description.
Don't.
No, I can do that. I'll make you a sellout. Don't you worry.
Yeah, sell out to my own podcast.
Exactly. Do you want to quickly go over games we're excited about in 2016? Then we'll do the Q&A and call it a night?
Very quickly, yes.
Sure. So, the games I'm looking forward to in 2016, this is my personal tastes, really. Resident Evil 0 Remastered, Resident Evil 2, I doubt will be done by next year. Fire Emblem Fates, big thing on the list. Yooka-Laylee's coming out next year. Bloodstained, I don't know if that's slated for next year or 2017. We'll soon find out. Kingdom Hearts 3, I doubt it'll be done by next year, but I can only hope. Danganronpa 3, that better come out next year. Persona 5, that better come out next year. Zero Time Dilemma, that better come out next year. And a couple just, I guess, just for me kind of games. I'm really interested in the new Doom, even though it looks really generic and stupid. And also Friday the 13th, because I can't believe that got funded, and I also can't believe that it actually looks good. So we'll see what comes in 2016 for me.
Effort, hooray. Well, I didn't have nearly as many games because I couldn't think of many, but a lot of the games that you said were about on my list. You know, Fire Emblem Fates, of course, being one of them, but I gotta go with Dark Souls 3, because Miyazaki's back at the helm, and he's gonna make it amazing. I know he is.
Mm-hmm.
Fire Emblem Fates, of course, that's really big on my list. That's like most anticipated of 2016. Oh my god, I can't wait. Ace Attorney 6.
Oh,
looking forward
I forgot.
to that. Cuphead! Cuphead! Can't wait for Cuphead. Cuphead's gonna be great. I'm so excited for Cuphead. And the other one, recent announcement, Tales of Berseria. Tales of Bloodborne. No, wait, I was right. Tales of Berseria.
Really?
So I like the Tales series, and the Tales series just said, hey, we're making a Bloodborne version. Oh, well, all right.
Seriously? That's what it's looking like?
It's kind of Victoria style. It's got werewolves in it. You're killing these werewolves. It's looking pretty damn good.
That sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap. It has my attention now.
Yes. Don't cock it up. All right, so let's go to Q&A.
Sure. We actually have quite a few, but some of them are actually really interesting because it's stuff that we haven't done in a while we've just been doing podcasts. When is Race to the Finish coming back? It's actually a very good question.
When's fucking Super Smash Bros. Coming out, too?
Believe it or not, that was another question that I had on here. Thank you.
There you go.
No, those will all make a comeback in 2016. Mainly there was a, let's just call it a rut in the creative process, and also my job being a bit of a soul crusher, so essentially when I get home it's just, I really don't want to do anything. But that's just that. I've found a way to kind of get around with it and cope with it, and hopefully I won't be as busy and as soul crushed. So definitely be looking forward to Super Smash Brothers, which is in the recording process now, I should say. And Race to the Finish, I don't know. We'll get back to it, and we'll definitely try more games than just the Mario games, because there's only a few left that we can do on All-Stars.
And I'm still feeling so burned on that Mario 3 loss.
That was hysterical. That was the funniest part of that whole race.
Yeah, it's funny to you. It still kills me. It's still, I demand a rematch. That was so bullshit.
Bring it on. We'll do the second half of the game. How about that?
God, it just hurts so bad. You have no idea how bad it is to
seconds.
That's like literally tripping at the finish line and then falling flat on your ass and breaking your ankle just as the next guy walks past you. It was so humiliating, and
undeserved victory to me.
It hurt so bad. So bad. It's so bad I don't even want to do any more races. It's so bad.
What's
the point of playing again? We're gonna fucking lose it again at the last minute like I did last time.
Pull yourself together, you DJ. You gotta get back in the race, kid. But look forward to more stuff in 2016. I do want to do more. It's just finding the time, because they are hour, maybe longer races, and just finding the time between the two of us, and again, jobs and whatnot. So enough of the excuses. Be expecting more in 2016.
Yeah.
Let's see. As we approach 2016, what games are you highly expecting? We already found that out. And what features...
Dark Souls 3, Fire Emblem Fates,
no,
Ace
we already did.
Cuphead...
Just rewind about 10 minutes, and then you'll have it.
All right.
But They also said, what do you expect from the NX, the good and the bad?
I want Wii U and 3DS capabilities, some compatibility between that. I want more compatible controllers, like I can use my GameCube or my 3DS or my Wiimote, whatever. I want more of a hands-on approach, like I can do more in the console. What I don't want is appealing to the lowest common denominator. I want it to appeal to gamers as well, not just everybody else. I want something for gamers as well. I want it to be easy on the ports. Have some more original titles and don't bring everything from the Wii U over to this, maybe. And, let's see. Oh yeah, no microtransactions. Fuck that shit. Can we have one console that doesn't have that? Or at least as much of it?
I can see that. Just mirror everything he said, because he took the words right out of my mouth. I can't believe it. So, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, but on certain things, do it a bit less, Nintendo. That's all I'll say.
Yes.
And keep it a home console that doesn't require constant online. Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Super Smash Brothers, yes. We're definitely working on that, or at least I'm trying to get back in the game of working on that. And the rest of it is actually people saying, yes, you can play StarCraft 2 on the lowest settings and still have a good time. So there you go, dude. Get back in your PC roots and play some good StarCraft.
I think I will indeed do that. That sounds like fun, because I'm always in the mood for good sci-fi, and good sci-fi is hard to come by these days, and this looks like good sci-fi. So, alright, thanks everybody. I will be definitely checking it out when I get done with all these other time sinks I've bought.
Oh, no kidding. Like I said, 2015 had its highs and lows, but those highs that you got, they are so worth the time.
The highest of high.
Yeah, the highest of the high.
Oh, they are we've had some of the best games ever made this year. We've had some of the worst games ever made this year. It's definitely a polarizing year, and I'm excited and a little bit wary about what 2016 is going to give us.
If it can even scratch the surface of what this one brought us, I will be very happy.
Well, there is one way to find out more what 2016 will hold for us, and you know what that is? What you have to do is pay $4.99 for the DLC to figure out what happens next.